Tonight we are looking at for adventurous young kids, yes, it's Little Einsteins. The American animated children's series that follows June, Quincy, Leo, and Annie as they travel around the world in their red rocket ship and undertake various missions. Little Einstein started with a direct-to-video film called Our Huge Adventure. The show lasted for 2 seasons with 67 episodes being made. The show aired from 2005 to 2009 on Playhouse Disney. So now that we have the background, let's take a look at a couple of episodes. First up we have Annie and the Beanstalk. So the gang are in the garage as Annie explains they are looking for a book for Rocket. She says they love reading as she asks us if we love reading as well. Rocket picks out a book as he picks one out as it is revealed to be about a musical beanstalk. The gang want to hear the story as Annie asks if we want to hear it as well. So the story begins as Annie narrates. She talks about a family of geese as we find out one is very golden. She says the golden goose could sing as they say the goose is almost as good as Annie as Leo says something stupid. The goose is singing away at the beanstalk as we then see a giant come down the stalk. The kids can't believe it as the giant dances away. The giant hears the goose as he goes down to get her. He takes the goose and traps her in a cage. He goes back to his castle as the goose is singing away as she is all alone and sad. The other geese are shocked as Annie says the gang have to go and help. Quincy is confused on how they are going to get past the giant as Annie says they can do it when they work together. The gang get ready as Annie asks for our help. Leo says they have a mission as he whips out his baton. They get into the rocket, get belted, they then pat away to get the rocket going. They fly off as they reach the beanstalk. They enter the castle as they can't believe how big it is. Annie tells us where the goose is as June says to be careful. They hear the giant as he arrives with some flowers. He dances again as the gang hide in some shoes. They say it was close as Annie demands they get to the goose. She says to be quiet to sneak by as June comes up with a plan. She needs our help as we pat away. The rocket goes off as it then hides just in time before the giant stops them. They keep going as they hide again. They nearly get caught by the giant as June keeps wanting us to pat very quietly. We hide once more behind the chair as they finally get out of the kitchen. June thanks us for helping as they then hear the golden goose singing. They follow the notes as Annie then sings for some reason. They arrive in the bedroom as Quincy can't believe how big it is. They hear the giant again as he dances once more. He sits down as he has blocked the way. The gang can't believe it as they see his harp. Quincy says he can play it to make the giant fall asleep, so they go off to do that as they then find out he has 3 instead. They all sound different as the gang are confused. Quincy says we have to listen carefully. They then pick the green one as Quincy demands us to play along. The giant falls asleep as the gang get back into the rocket as they zoom past the giant and spot the goose in her cage. They head up the stairs as they sing again. They get to the cage as Annie goes to save the goose. Rocket can't open the cage as they are confused on what to do. Annie figures out what to do as she reveals the password. She asks us to join in. The cage finally opens as we sing away. The goose gets out as the gang are impressed. But suddenly the giant arrives as they think it was Annie singing. They figure out it was the real giant as they can't believe it. They dash off to Rocket as Leo tells Rocket to go super fast. Leo then tells us how to pat as they shake away. They fly past the giant and out of the castle as they head down the beanstalk and land on the ground. They want to get rid of the beanstalk as Annie suggests singing quietly to shrink the beanstalk. The giant is mad as he floats away. The other geese come over as they reunite with their golden child. The gang are happy as Leo says they have completed the mission. We then get a curtain call as they sing away. They mention the paintings and music that was used throughout the show as the episode then ends. Next up we have Quincy and the magic instruments. So Quincy is in his bedroom as he is playing his tuba. He welcomes us as he asks if we like playing instruments. He says he loves playing instruments as he then hears some noise. He asks where it is coming from as he heads to his closet as a box flies out. Quincy is stunned as all of a sudden instruments burst out of the box. Quincy can't believe it as he talks about the flute. He then plays it. He talks about all the other instruments and then plays them. He says the harp is ticklish as he wants to do the triangle, but can't find it. He suddenly finds it as he taps away. He says it is cute as he goes to tell the gang as he gets an email. It's the rest of the gang stuck on some boat as they explain the anchor is stuck at the bottom of the sea. Quincy can't believe it as he says he will rescue them. He then talks about how the magical instruments can be useful. Quincy also asks for our help as we have another mission. Leo's baton lights up as Quincy goes off to save the day. He sings as he says it is very far away. The flute chimes in and says it can help. Quincy plays the flute as he asks us to join in. The flute then transforms into a train for some reason as they get on board as they head off. They arrive in some desert as the train then gets stuck. Quincy tries to get the train moving by chugging his arms. It keeps going as we chug away to get over the hills. We make it over the hills as the flute then transforms back as Quincy looks through his binoculars on how the gang are doing. He can see very far away as the gang start to panic. Quincy walks through the forest as he sings again. He gets caught up in some vines as suddenly the trumpet gets involved. Quincy teaches us how to play the trumpet as it then transforms into an elephant. I'm confused why as the elephant then breaks through the vines. Quincy follows on as he stomps around. The elephant needs some help as Quincy makes us join in by swinging our trunk. The elephant makes it through the vines as they make it to the other end. The trumpet turns back as the triangle points something out. They arrive at the sea as they spot the gang struggling in the choppy waters. Quincy promises to get there soon as the harp comes over to help. Quincy teaches us how to play as the harp transforms into a hot air balloon. Okay, this makes no sense, but they get in and fly over to the gang. The trumpet points out the clouds as it becomes a storm. They blow backwards as Quincy says they have to fly over the clouds. The harp wants to be played as they go over the storm clouds. Quincy needs our help once more. They make it to the gang as they land nearby. The harp transforms back for some reason as Leo wants something to free the anchor. Quincy thinks about what instrument can help as he then turns to the triangle for help. We learn how to play it as it transforms into a fish. Okay, but how? The fish goes to free the anchor as the gang cheer him on. He does it as everyone is impressed. The instruments celebrate as they blast off home. The gang put their seatbelts on as Leo teaches us how to pat once more. Leo gives Quincy his baton as they complete the mission. So we get another curtain call as we see the artist and the musician used in this episode. The episode then ends as June catches a falling pizza. Finally, because we are nearing Christmas, we have the Christmas wish. So the gang are celebrating Christmas as Leo wants to read a story. He asks us if we want to hear the story as he then starts the story anyway. So it's Christmas Eve as we follow a young boy as he wants a turtle. Santa arrives as he drops off the gift. The boy opens it as he finds out it is empty. Annie can't believe it as the boy's mother tells him that Santa gave him a wish box instead. And says the boy has to wish for whatever he wants, so he does that as the box then opens as the turtle comes out. The boy is happy as everyone celebrates. Leo asks us what we would wish for as we then hear something. Annie says it is someone as she admits it must be Santa. Santa then drops off his presents as the gang go over to open them. Leo passes them out as they find out Annie hasn't got one. Annie is sad as Leo can't believe someone didn't get one. June can't believe it either as they suggest it must have fallen off Santa's sleigh. Leo promises to get Annie's wish box as they start the mission. They head on to Rocket as they get belted up. Leo pats away as everyone joins in. The rocket flies off as they don't know where to go. Suddenly Rocket has an idea as he uses his wish box to find the way. They sing as Rocket gives the gang a new gadget. The gang explains what it does as Leo fixes it together. Leo explains everything as we listen out for the wish box. They head to the mountains as they believe that is where the wish box is. Rocket flies off in that direction as Annie sings again. They arrive to the mountains as they are getting closer to Annie's wish box. June explains that it is Mount Everest as it's very hard to get to the top of the mountain. Leo is determined as they arrive on the mountain. Rocket heads onwards as we come across some toy soldiers. They are blocking the path as the gang are confused. They play away on the drums as Quincy comes up with an idea. He uses his wish box as they sing again. Quincy pulls out a drum as he asks us to drum with him. Quincy drums away as he gets the soldiers to open like the Red Sea. Annie is impressed as she says he was brave. Rocket heads on as they head closer to Annie's wish box. Annie sings again as she is very annoying at this point. Suddenly candy canes pop out of the ground as the gang don't know what to do. June says she has a plan as she uses her wish box. She pulls out some ballet shoes as everyone is confused on how they are useful. June shows off as she whacks the candy canes down. But more pop up as she can't believe it. She says she needs our help as we tap away with her. June takes them all down as Rocket finally makes it through the snow. The gang are impressed as they edge closer to the wish box. They spot the sun going down as they say it is too dark to continue, but Leo says he can save the day as he uses his wish box. He pulls out a light baton as they are impressed on how bright it is. Leo dashes off as he leads the way. He asks us for help as he conducts away. It creates the Starry Night painting as they get out and look for the box. It is at the top of the mountain. Leo can't believe it as it is going to fall. Annie dashes to get it as she struggles to get up. Annie asks us to help her as she finally gets the box. They are proud of her as she thanks them for using their wishes on her as she then sings away as she wishes for an empty box. Everyone is confused as Annie says she just wanted to spend time with her friends as that is the biggest cop-out ever. Santa chimes in again as he flies over the scene. They wave to him as Leo says they have completed the mission. So we get another curtain call as they clap away. The episode then ends. In conclusion, Little Einsteins was a great show. Even though the stories were very silly, it had some good messages wrapped inside the show. I like that it uses some famous art and music throughout the show as that makes the show unique and also teaches the viewer about new things. So that is very good and makes the show unique. The 4 main characters were cool and everyone played a part and overall it was a good show. So thank you for watching. If you have any TV shows you like to see me do, put them in the comments.